Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel today. And for this video, guys, I just kind of wanted to do a rundown of what my $6,000 portfolio paid me for the month of November. So as we can see here, guys, here's my current holdings, and for my monthly dividend payers, I have JEPI, QQQI, and Realty Income Company. None of my quarterly paying dividend companies have paid me yet, and those companies include SCHD, AT&T, and Target. So this total is going to be a little bit lower than it will be next month, but we've still seen some pretty good numbers this month. So if we jump over here to my dividend calendar, we can see that JEPI paid us a total of $2.55, QQQI paid us a total of $17.97, and Realty Income Company paid us a total of $1.94. Now down here, you guys are going to see this XDTE, RDTE, YMAG, and YMAX. I'm not going to be including those companies for this total. This is for a separate portfolio experiment, so just kind of keep those at the back of your mind currently. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. Now, the one thing I do want to say regarding these JEPI and Realty Income Company is I've actually increased my position significantly since the ex-dividend date. So if we go ahead and jump over here to Robinhood, we can see exactly how much they paid me for what amount of shares. So right here we have my dividend income history here on Robinhood, and we can see that right here is going to be our first big dividend payer. It's going to be our QQQI. So we can see that they paid us just $17.97. This was for 29.38 shares at an amount of 61 cents per share. So this is a pretty good number, and I feel like this is a good baseline to kind of stop investing in QQQI because I'm still not entirely sold on the position. I'm a little bit worried about their net asset value, but I'm going to leave this position as is going forward. So you can see here that 61 cents is really, really good. Now for our next position, we have our dividend from Realty Income, and this was 26 cents for 7.36 shares for a total of $1.94. Now if we jump back over here to my portfolio holdings, we can actually see that my Realty Income position has increased significantly. So I went from that 6 shares to over 20, and that's basically because the company had been going down in price, and I felt like it was a good opportunity to buy. So now with that 20.54 shares, if we take that 20.5 shares times this 0.2635, we get a total value of $5.40 for our future month's income. So that number is going to increase by about 2.5. And then jumping down here to our last monthly pair, we have JEPI. They paid us a total of 0.3752 amount per share for 6.78 shares here. And if we jump back over here to my portfolio, we can see that our JEPI position has increased also. We have 16.84 shares in it. So if we take that 16.84 and multiply that by 0.3752, we get a total of $6.31 for next month's income. Now, I would like to say that for these income generating funds, the amount is subject to change depending on the amount they generate from their covered calls. So for JEPI, this amount could be drastically higher. It could also be drastically lower. We don't particularly know. Now, for Realty Income, we do definitely know that it will be that 26 cents unless they cut their dividends, which I don't see happening. Now, with that in mind, if I jump over here to the NASDAQ, we can see that QQQI has paid anywhere from 59 cents to up to 64 cents per share. So while this number isn't exact every single month, they're still keeping a relatively safe 5 cents margin of error in their dividend payments. Now, if we jump over here to JEPI, we can actually see that there's quite a bit more variation in the dividend payments. We can see here they paid 28 cents. Earlier last year, they were paying around 44 cents, even 57 cents back in 2022. So there's a lot of variation whenever it comes to the dividend payments. It's very important to temper your expectation with previous history of the dividends. So we don't necessarily know if that $6.54 is going to be the case in the next month. So now for the other companies in my portfolio, AT&T will be paying me in January. So that's going to be another month that we don't see that dividend yet. So we will follow up on that one in January. And it actually looks like here too, guys, Target, I actually missed the ex-dividend date by a couple of days. So we won't actually get that dividend payment either. Now, SCHD is actually a company we know for sure we will be getting the dividend since their ex-dividend date is in December. So for that one, we definitely will get our dividend. And so if we say they pay me 70 cents per share, we multiply that by our 41.62 here, and we get a total of $29.13. However, SCHD actually went through their recent 3-for-1 stock split, so we actually have to divide that number by 3, and we get $9.71. If we take my total position value and go on ahead and multiply that by their actual dividend percentage here, we can see that that would give us $40.56 for the yearly dividend, and then if we divide that by 4, we would actually get a total of $10.14. Now I'd like to jump over here to my dividend outlook, and we can see that every single month our dividend position is increasing significantly, and for that December I look for that number to be about $36, give or take some, so it's going to increase again, and depending on if I dollar cost average into any of those monthly dividend pairs, we may see that number be up close to 40, so that's very important to recognize too. I'm just jumping on here to say that unfortunately the audio didn't record for the rest of the video for some reason, but if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.